We've got Keith Rose and Pat Brule from Aqua Drain today. Thank you for coming on. Obviously,
thank you for the invitation. We appreciate it, Dan. Thank you very much.
No, you're welcome. When Rachel suggested that we bring you on, obviously we're always looking for people who are in business, reputable companies that serve the real estate market in some way, shape, or form. And clearly, you guys fit that avatar type client we'd like to get in front. Yeah. So we were really happy when you agreed to come on, and maybe Pat a bit reluctantly, but but you're here.
I'll go along.
Yeah, let's go along.
He's a better talker than I am.
No, that's great. That's great. So Keith, maybe what is your role with Aqua Drain?
I'm sales manager, and I started off as account manager with the company, and I grew over 30 years. But so I work basically developing business for Aqua Drain, and I have a knowledge of the plumbing business because my father worked in it.
Okay.
And so I work with him during the summers for a few months every summer, and I got a good knowledge. His company manufactures all kinds of iron pipe fittings, valves.
The company your dad worked for?
Yeah, mechanical joint
interesting.
Valves. The Oshawa was where they built the products, and they were shipped to our location. I was in Montreal then.
Okay.
I'm from Montreal, and so everything was shipped there. But so I learned the business, just basically started off unloading trucks and, with heavy bags of fittings, 250, 300 pounds a bag. And of course I was only 19 then.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. But it was interesting work, and it gave me a good knowledge of the business. After working there for a couple of summers, I got a good, idea of how the plumbing business works.
Right.
And then I saw an ad in the paper. I moved to Ottawa. Decided to. When I was in Montreal, I worked out after I was working for my dad. I decided to work I worked in the automotive leasing business for about 25 years as a fleet leasing manager for some large companies like GE Capital, people like that.
Okay.
And then after that, I decided I want to do something different, and I thought I'd move to Ottawa. And I didn't like Toronto so much.
And when how far along is that? Like when you moved to Ottawa?
When I moved to Ottawa, it was just my decision. After I left the leasing business, I thought, well, I want to try something different. And
sure.
So when I moved here, I was looking at the paper one day, and I saw an ad for Aqua Drain. They were looking for an account manager. And I thought, well, I'll try for the job. I think I had the experience in it. And I met Yannick, and we had a good meeting, and he hired me pretty much on the spot. And I started, I think, about a week later. And so I've been doing that work for the last many years. The company started in 2005.
Okay, 2005, okay.
So we're 20 years in business.
Yeah, good for you.
And I guess I was about 15 years, somewhere around there. But
okay, you've been 15 years with Aqua Drain. Okay.
That's right, yeah. So
interesting.
It's an interesting business, and some of the stuff I had to learn because I don't know everything about the plumbing, but at least I had a good knowledge of it. And my main job was basically developing business on the road, mostly cold calls. Yannick would give me leads also, so that helped me bring in more business. And I enjoyed working on the road for a long time, and I was on the road for many years until COVID hit. And when COVID hit, I asked Yannick, would it be all right if I worked from home, because I think I can make more calls on the telephone than I can knocking on doors. And I said I'd also like to take control of the quotations, because we weren't really following them up as much as we should. So I've started working on the quotes, and I do that pretty much full time, and I'm always looking to develop business. So I do that also, and it's been an interesting opportunity for me, and I've learned a lot, and when I'm not sure of something, I usually give someone a call, like Pat, or and you'll tell me, this is how this job's going. And that we do a lot of emergency work. When we started the business, we were doing emergency services, and we've continued to do that all along. So it's we get calls at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning sometimes from a company, and they want us to go down to take care of a water main break or something. So we get there, and sometimes we find out that the water main's 15 feet below the cement floor.
Right.
So we got to dig and excavate and that kind of stuff. So it's interesting jobs. We get a lot of.
And is that excavating done through you guys, or you hire another company, I guess, to do that? I'm sure you.
Well, sometimes when get more heavy equipment like backhoes and stuff, but we usually hydrovacs. there.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah,
We
yeah.
have those
Go
large
in and
trucks.
pull through. So
Yeah, they do a lot of work.
yeah, I can imagine.
And that's a big part of our business too. But it's they're expensive, so you got to keep them on the road.
Right. No, well, the investment is expensive, right?
It is,
so you got to
absolutely.
keep the machines working and so
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
And
Good
and like
people.
and I mean and 20 years in business, obviously you know that you need to have that equipment when those calls come in, because if those
That's
calls
right.
come in, you can't
Yeah.
handle it, then nobody's going to call you
Lots
back.
of
You gotta-
times you can't dig with hydro and
Oh,
gas. You
right,
need that truck.
right.
You can't use
Okay.
a shovel around those.
Right. Yeah, just for power lines or whichever. So wow, yeah.
So that's interesting work.
And in any business, obviously, there's the sales component and there's the actual work.
That's right. Yeah. The sales part's probably the easier part. of the job.
Yeah.
The work is something else. I don't think I'd want to do the work.
Yeah.
When I was younger, maybe, but
Yeah.
but I still I love the business, and
Yeah.
it's been a great company to work for. I like everybody there, and it's challenging, and so it's I like that. I like the challenge, and as I say, I've worked in business development pretty much my whole career. So it's always been sales or marketing, business development. So it wasn't really a change for me. It was a change of business. That's all.
Right.
But just getting out and meeting people, I miss some of the contact a little bit now from when I started it. Getting into it, but now I'm used to working from home, and I can make a lot of calls every day, so it works well. And it's I think it's a good way to do work. Some people prefer to work at the office, but
It's efficient too.
I took
There's
the
less
op-
traveling.
Yeah,
And,
so I took that option when I came along. Yeah, it's been decent to me. I speak to him every couple of weeks when he's available. He's a real busy guy.
Yeah.
So, but that's just the way he is. He's always working. But
No, that's good. That's good.
yeah.
And Pat, you came in and said, I'm the technical guy, and so you said your brother Yannick owns Aqua Drain, so that you guys, I guess he started Aqua Drain in 2005.
Yes.
Have you been with him since the beginning, or?
No, it took a few years.
Okay.
I started young. My father was a plumber,
Okay.
so started with the family, and then I went more into sales. Part of it in plumbing, and Yannick decided to start a business, and it took a few years. Then he approached me to see if I wanted to do any pipelining. So he wanted me to take charge of that department.
And what is pipelining, per se?
Pipelining is like you insert a pipe
Okay.
inside
In
the
older
hole,
pipes.
so
Okay.
you don't have to dig.
Right. Okay. And I think there's a lot of that was happening in Ottawa in the
yes.
last few years, right?
Absolutely.
So you don't have to dig. So you're
Yeah.
just repurposing the infrastructure
That's right.
for it to last longer. And okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that must keep you busy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We have two. We have Forma Drain, which is one product with a CIPP liner, and the other one's Thermoform.
Yeah.
It's PVC, right? And that's really a good product too. So we have some options, and with the municipalities, we do a lot of work with them, and it's mostly the PVC, I think, Patrick, with the municipalities.
Bigger mains.
Yeah.
Bigger pipes.
Yeah.
We use
yeah.
the PVC, and the laterals we use the Forma Drain.
Forma Drain. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
That's good. Yeah.
So like what is the crew like? Like how many guys you have on?
The total employees of the
Yeah.
company?
Yeah.
Around 50.
50 guys.
50 guys, so
50,
they're
yeah.
working their butts off.
Yeah, they're going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're busy.
Yeah, and the equipment like these. I mean, obviously trucks like this, they're expensive. But so like you have one or
Oh, we have maybe 8.
you have 8 like that. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
So
they're
these things
expensive.
are
They're
getting
about
used.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have the city contract for that too.
Okay. So with the city of
They're
Ottawa,
always out. Yeah.
throughout Ottawa.
Yeah.
Okay. So the whole city contract for that, and you've had that for how many years?
Maybe 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We bid on that, don't we, that contract?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm assuming
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. And we cover our territory, I guess it runs pretty much up. Would Kingston be the maximum that way? Kingston, and then right up to, I guess, Hawkesbury, probably
Yeah.
going east.
Oh, okay. So you go that far.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
the other way, Petawawa, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's quite a large territory.
Okay.
And which is good because it gives more opportunities to work, do work out there.
Of course.
So we enjoy it. It's fun.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, there's always something.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I can.
There's something going on. That's for sure.
So if I understand correctly, like what your perfect client avatar is, I mean, obviously municipalities and so on, but you serve the residential clients, condos, like what is the, like, or anything in between, or is that, like, what is the...
we serve everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, private, like
Yeah.
housing, commercial, industrial.
Yeah,
everything.
we do it all.
Service, new stuff.
Yeah.
Like new stuff meaning installation? No.
Like like
Okay.
a new bathroom or a new.
Oh, you do that too? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's part of
Okay.
the business.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay, so it's really a wide scope of services.
It is.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So that means, so the regular, somebody owns a house and they have, an issue, related to plumbing, you have those services and it goes right up until the municipality contracts where they, you're dealing with mainline flushes.
Plumbing department and the sewer department.
Okay.
Yeah.
So plumbing department and sewer department. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
There's 3 divisions. There's the plumbing operation. There's infrastructure, which is has the hydrobags, combos, flushers, digital camera trucks, launch cameras.
Yeah.
Then we have a piping, sewer, and pipeline division, which Pat just mentioned. So there's 3 different divisions.
Yeah, and the and typically, so the business dev, I'm assuming is you're doing across the board. You're soliciting all sorts of different clients and
And whatever looks good, we go after it. It's and a lot of it's just calls. I make a lot of calls every day. I don't get them all, but you get your fair share, and keep in touch with the customers and keep them happy. And that's why I took the quotations over. It gives me an opportunity to talk individually to each customer and build a relationship with them and earn their trust.
Right.
So that's important in our business. Customers are very important. So I do my best to keep in touch with them, and the quotes keep me pretty busy.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, I know we use Aqua Drain when the poop hits the fan, but wait, I think that's your phone number. No, I get it.
When it's the fan, we're there.
No, exactly. No, so that's, but it's a wide. Yeah, I guess I didn't realize that you were doing even the plumbing stuff as well. So it's
Yes.
so really anything related to plumbing.
Yes.
And all scopes of work, it gets covered through through the whole gamut, right?
Absolutely.
So, okay.
Yes, yeah.
So a typical day with you, I'm assuming the plumbing side and the sewer side are operating somewhat independently.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
We get calls for
Because they're not.
both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it starts with let's say a blocked drain, and then the cameras are involved. We find a broken pipe. If it blocked a few times,
Yeah.
then we locate the problem.
Yeah.
We dig, fix.
Okay, so you would do the repair as well. So if there's
Chip the floor, redo
Okay.
the cement.
Okay. Yeah. So typically these are not 1-day projects.
No, sometimes
No, no.
2, 3, 4.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly. By the time you go in, locate the dig, and then do your thing, and then
Sometimes
replace it.
inside the house or outside the house.
Okay. And then typically, like all of the materials, is that something that you guys you have suppliers,
We have suppliers.
or you okay, so it's all
We have an inventory at the shop.
Okay.
In case of emergencies
Right.
outside the hours.
Yeah.
But after hours, yeah.
Okay. And then that way, so at least if you have any emergencies, then you can react very quickly. You're not asking for third party. You're not waiting for parts from somebody else or so on. So you can at least serve what's there. So that's great. So in terms of so if we go from, I mean, obviously, a residential repair, which everybody can understand, an issue to a main drain, but in between, like what are typically the things you would see in between? I don't know, a leak in a house, and what? Give us an idea of what else is in between, because there's a big difference between fixing a small residential
Yes.
issue and the municipality
Oh, for
type,
sure.
drain. So,
Yeah.
what else is in between that?
Like you said, leaks.
Yeah,
We get phone calls like this,
like plumbing leaks in the house.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Okay.
anywhere, like high rises, buildings. There's a leak on the 23rd floor, and the water's coming in on the 5th find me. Like,
Right.
you know,
Yeah,
so
I guess where
it happens at 2:00 in the morning.
the main stack is blocked somewhere
Yeah,
between
yeah.
the 5th floor and the 15th floor.
Yeah.
It's a toilet that's leaking.
Oh
on the
my
23rd
gosh.
And
And then typically, like, I mean, when you run into issues like this, are insurance usually implicated, or like what is the, or is it usually, you know,
I'm sure the client
they'll
would
do
have-
the claim afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're dealing directly with the client. You don't get
clients.
involved with the insurance. You're really just resolving
Yeah.
the issue. Okay, so then that way, at least from your standpoint, it's quick. There's no delay.
No.
It's got to get done.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Call us, they want us right away.
Yeah.
A lot of our work too, Dan, is flushing work, whether it's horizontals, verticals in buildings, storm, sanitary lines, all that.
And flushing is preventative.
Yes,
Is
that's
it?
right.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. We sometimes have to camera the line too, make sure it's everything's okay there, and then provide a report on the any deficiencies in the line.
Right. Yeah, because I think even the city, there's certain areas, and obviously you'd know more than I do, where there's flushing that happens regularly.
Yes, yeah. Sometimes you got
Right, either old infrastructure, or there's a common issue, or
depending on the condition.
tree roots. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that are causing that to happen. So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, we've seen a few of those with and then typically when it's so, and correct me if I'm wrong, but typically if somebody owns a house and there's an issue between the house and the street, there's a parameter there where really it's a city issue versus an owner issue.
Yes.
What is that like? How does that get determined?
It all depends who owns the tree.
Okay. Oh, who owns the tree?
Yeah.
So who wants to own the tree when that happens?
Not me.
Okay, yeah, okay. But how does that get determined?
Well, with a property line.
Okay,
The trees
so
on
the first
city
like the
side,
first 10 feet is
Yeah.
okay.
Well, they know. They know.
Oh yeah,
They
the
know.
city will know. Yeah, it gets a no. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so they'll determine it that quickly, and then whoever's dealing with the issue, then it gets determined at that point.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. We had that's funny you say that, because a few years ago we had I don't know that it was a plumbing leak, but it was definitely, you know, water coming in a basement, and there's a dispute between the city saying no, it was the owner, and the owner was saying no, it was the city, and nobody could ever determine how the water came back into the. It wasn't plumbing water. It was actually, they didn't know if it was a groundwater or whichever. They couldn't figure it out. And but what a mess, eh?
Oh, yes, yeah.
What a
Sometimes
mess.
it's hard to find.
Yeah. Because how do you determine? Yeah, because it's not always simple,
No.
right?
Oh no. Sometimes it's groundwater. Sometimes a water main.
Because groundwater clearly has nothing to do with you, right? Or do you run? You don't take care of?
Well, we can work on the weeping tiles around.
You
the
do?
house.
Okay.
Yeah.
To flush them, or to like you put the?
Take them out with that.
Okay. Taking them out or flushing them out?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
But to take them out, you'd have to dig.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Dig, remove them, put gravel, put new
Okay.
tile.
Oh, okay. So you'd go to the extent of doing that as well.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. And what would be the signs that it's a weeping tile failure as opposed to plumbing? Say if there's water in the basement.
Well, sometimes the storm sewer could be blocked. Tree roots in the weeping tiles.
Yeah.
Then.
And how do you determine? Like, I mean, it's just a camera, I guess. You have to go in to see where
You can put
the
camera
issue
in there.
is, right?
Yeah, and then you try to.
Or
either
sump
cut
pump
the
failure.
roots. Yeah.
That never happens, but just using that as an example. Never happens.
Never happens.
A faulty sewage pump in the basement. It never happens. Yeah. So I guess so the camera is the vital tool to determine the source of these issues.
Yeah.
In most
Yes.
cases, I would suspect, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes the people don't want to use the camera the first time. We go there, we
Because of the
unblock
cost?
the problem, let's say, because of the cost.
Okay.
But if it happens the second time, then we have to offer it, because I said I can come and unblock your line all the time, but
Yeah.
I would put a camera to check if there's something wrong in there.
And there. I mean, if there's tree roots coming in through a pipe that's causing a blockage, can that be fixed without ripping everything up? Can it be grinded through the pipe? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, usually we are able to remove it.
Okay, you'd be able to remove it without ripping everything out. Okay, so it could be done just through. And how does that get?
It's a flusher with special attachments.
Okay,
It turns and it cuts the roots.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, and
some machines also we have that with little chains.
Okay.
With little cutters there.
So it grinds the.
If you're in a more older cast iron pipes.
Yeah.
It's safe to use those little cutters.
Okay.
Steel inside. So.
Okay. Okay. And and if ever say there's a the pipe, there's a breakage in it, the ground frost or something, and it broke the pipe, is that fixable without ripping everything out, or it depends?
It all depends how bad the break is.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're able to put a liner in there.
Yeah.
And fix it.
Okay.
So if we're able, it's the bottom of the pipe. If we're able to pass the equipment on the other side, usually we're able to put a liner.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like a stint.
Yeah, like a hard stint. Okay. Yeah. Ah, interesting. Yeah. Okay, so obviously instead of the intrusion of having to dig the whole thing up and rip it out, and that obviously comes with all the, depending on what's on top, so if it's asphalt or interlock or grass or whatever, then
lots
obviously.
Lots of times when it's expensive, if it's expensive, it's on top, then usually people like to use a liner.
Yeah.
Yes.
You pay $25,000 for a new driveway, well.
Yeah.
They want
You prefer not to rip it up if you don't have to. Yeah. Well, grass seeds. Well, we'll do that. Yeah, but that's interesting. Yeah. And what else is a common occurrence in what you see in your daily activities? Like, what apart from these things, like a common reason why there's a leak in a house? Is it faulty piping, old piping? Rusting, what are common causes so that
lots.
Some
every department, old stuff,
okay,
mostly old stuff,
and if it's old stuff, is there usually signs that there's a leak that's imminent, or it's leaking now and you just wouldn't know, right?
It's going to be coming out of a wall,
right,
and it's old cast iron pipes, or maybe a pinhole in a copper line. That happens a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. Pinholes in the copper.
Yeah. And then it's like you have the pressure of water spewing out.
Water coming out of the pipe, and we open the wall, and then you see the shooting out. Shut the water down. Cut the pipe. Replace it. Yeah.
And those when you see typically something leaking inside a house or a unit or whichever. Is that typically accompanied by a water extraction or something to try to make sure there's no mold accumulation or whichever, or because obviously if you get a leak coming in a wall, by the time you figure out that there's a leak in the wall, the leak has been spread, I would suspect, right?
Yeah. And usually the insurance people come in, and then they get their people with the fans and all that stuff. Yeah.
So you go in, address the issue, and then somebody else will come in. That's not through your sources to address any damage that could occur from the actual leak.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You break all the walls, and then other people come.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was gonna say. That's the fun part, right? You get to cut the walls up or the ceiling and say, "Okay, now it's your problem now."
This is yours.
Yeah. I can see that. Listen. I remember we had a multiplex we were handling in the glebe many years ago. And there was we kept getting, the main stack kept getting blocked all the time. And it was an old cast iron. It's in the glebe. It was an old cast iron. So the plumber we were using at the time said, you know what, it's going to have to be cut, and we're going to have to put I forget exactly if it's a sleeve or replacing that piece or whichever. And I'll always remember because we were there, and so he went into every tenant and said, so make sure don't use the bathroom. Right, because when we open the pipe, it's open.
That's right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So just for the next couple of hours, don't use the bathroom. So lo and behold, they're doing it, and I remember I'm still seeing him. He's there, and he backs away from the actual pipe, and then all the water spews, and we're like, what the heck, So we go in and we figure out, and the tenant says, oh well, I didn't use it. I just flushed the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll do it.
Okay, let's be more precise. Yeah.
It's that a few times.
Yeah. So it's quite, yeah. I got a lot. My level of appreciation for plumbers that day went up significantly.
That's for sure.
It seems so simple, but yet here we are, right? So so unfortunately, that's part of the game, I guess. And apart from that, so in terms of plumbing, so when you say the things you fix, like would you take care of a faulty sump pump? Yep. Sure. So replace, redo.
Yeah.
And a sewage pump, I'm assuming, in a lower level. Yeah. So all those pumps. So and what about like well pumps or whichever? Is that beyond the scope of what you guys do? Because we've had like well pumps or water, where the pump is defective and then the plumber comes in, pulls it out, or that's more of
wells,
a rural properties.
We can, but we don't usually get those calls.
No. Okay. Yeah, they goes to
occasionally, maybe. Country side plumbers will take care of that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, but anything else in between, essentially. Whereas, so I didn't realize even the weeping tiles were under your purview. So.
Lots.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
And weeping tiles, in your experience, is there more fixes or like full replacements?
We get half and half.
Okay.
Yeah, half and half. A lot of people start having problems with groundwater coming in
the basement.
And then they'll call us to say, well, can you come in camera or weeping tiles to see what's going on in there?
And what would be the point of access to put your camera for weeping tile?
Usually if they have a sump pump.
Okay. So sump pump you could go in, but if they don't have a sump pump,
if they have no sump pump, they get us to dig at the corner of a house.
Okay.
And we have access to both sides of the weeping tile.
Okay.
And then we take a peek.
Okay, so that would include that you'd have to dig in order to access it to. So that means you'd poach a hole in it and
cut the weeping tile.
Okay.
Dig, expose the weeping tile, cut it.
Okay.
Check it out.
And how, like the camera, how far can it go?
It all depends how well the weeping tile got installed in the first place. If it's nice, straight, nice, sweep bends, camera can go far, but...
Yeah, you say sweep bend, so meaning if it's like a corner, it won't go over the corner.
Bend. If it's like...
Yeah, it won't go.
It's going to be hard.
Okay.
Like maybe the first one,
okay.
Be able to go.
Right,
but
okay.
the second one, it's going to be
hard. But typically, if there's no, like if it's fairly straight, like how far could you go with a camera?
A push cam is up to 200 feet.
Oh my gosh! Okay, 200 feet. Yeah. Wow.
So it's pretty long.
Okay. Okay. And what's nice about it, obviously, if you see the breakage or the intrusion, then you know approximately how many feet in, so you can measure and say, okay, this is where we need to dig or fix or whichever.
Yeah. But on our cameras, we have a scanning device, locating device that you can use.
Okay, so if the camera's in, you can scan to see where it is?
Yeah. On
interesting.
The ground.
Okay.
It tells us where to dig.
Okay. So meaning that the camera has a sensor that that you can scan and say, okay, the camera is here.
The camera head has a sensor.
Okay. Yeah, so it's not you're not measuring tapes and, okay, we're at 23.5 feet. It's like, about here. Oh, no, you're off by 2 feet and you have to redo it again. So.
That's right, yeah.
Okay. Interesting. That makes it efficient.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that makes it efficient. And what, like, any other equipment that you use to
cameras? Or?
Yeah, like cameras obviously is a major tool, I would suspect, in order to find the issue as well as
tells you the depth.
Yeah.
Okay.
How deep.
What about the launch cameras? We use those at all?
Launch. Yeah. Mostly in the main. So there's a camera, like a lot of the camera work from inside the houses. We go from inside the house going out to the street.
Okay.
And if that's a problem that it's not possible or we can't get into the house, we have a bigger camera that you can go in the main sewer.
Okay.
And it shoots up the lateral up to the house.
Okay.
So the main camera stays in the big pipe.
Yeah.
And then there's a second head of a camera goes inside up to the house.
Okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah. That's one option.
Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, those tools are like key, obviously, because I mean, or else you're digging blindly, right? Or you're digging in everything to find a spot where you could have just dug here and addressed that issue. And interesting.
Very precise.
Interesting. And these trucks here that you do the flushing, so they'll flush like main sewer lines. Anything else that you use for these?
Yeah.
Like what else?
Well, this truck will dig. Okay.
It'll
it's made
dig.
for digging.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
so which part of it is used for digging?
So there's like there's an arm on the top of the tank in the back there that you don't see too much.
Yeah.
And there's a hose, like a big suction hose.
Yeah.
And you aim that on the grass.
Yeah.
And it's vacuumed.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a vacuum.
It's a vacuum.
Okay.
And you have a wand that you use with water. And you use the high pressure to cut the earth with water.
Okay. And then the suction pulls it up, and that's
pulls the loose stuff.
Ah, interesting.
It becomes like a slur.
Yeah. Okay.
It goes in the tank.
Yeah. And then once you, and I mean, obviously the dirt that's there, can you push it back in the hole when you need? Oh no. Okay. So you have to get. Yeah. You need infill to do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. And what I mean, apart from grass, which would be fairly easier to cut, does it cut through concrete, asphalt? No.
No. It can work with gravel.
Okay.
Little rocks that are smaller than the 8-inch tube.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's bigger than 8-inch won't fit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a great tool to use on. And is this the same truck you use to do like the power flushes through the sewer lines? Okay, it's another truck. Okay, so this truck really
maybe same size.
Goes in, but it just does the digging.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's a different.
One similar with the front wheel with the hose to flush.
Okay.
Clean the sewers.
Okay.
Yeah.
And typically, just a hose flushing can I mean, at that point, when you put in and you find the obstruction, in most cases, are you able to undo the obstruction just with the
sometimes you flush the main sewers.
Because I mean, that'd be strong and cut through a lot of things, right? So.
And then when you're coming back, when you bring the hose back, you bring all the debris with you.
Oh, okay.
And then you have the flusher truck has the suction tube also.
Okay.
So when you're coming back with the debris, it sucks it all up.
Oh, okay. Okay, so because depending on where you want to go, so you do the obstruction, but you don't necessarily, depending, I guess, where it is, because if you're in a house and the obstruction and you push it into the sewer, or you unattach or dislodge it and pull it back, or do you just push it through?
Or you bring it back towards you, and you have another pumper truck sucking the debris out.
Yeah.
Or else the loose debris goes into the main sewer.
Okay.
Frozen,
Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, those tools are
great to have.
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, I mean, or else it's then it's digging. Then you're going blind, right? And how, like this type of equipment has been available for how long? Is this like a 10-year technology, 20-year technology, 5-year technology?
The flusher truck's been around for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah. These trucks maybe 25.
Okay.
20. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Digging. But the flusher truck's been around 50 years.
Okay. Okay, so this is so it's been around the block and it's done a lot of good things for a lot of people.
Exactly.
Yeah. The trucks that you use, like the equipment you use to line the sewer lines, is a different. Like what is that? How does that work exactly?
So for pipe lining, you would need trucks to carry equipment mostly.
Oh, okay.
Like a winch, steamer to make steam, to build steam, to cook the liners. So it's mostly heavy equipment you need to haul with you.
Okay. And the installation is obviously done with machinery. It's
so let's say you're doing a liner, you have the pipe lining material, the PVC, that you would have to haul with you, and then you would heat it up.
Once it's in the pipe, or before you put it in? Before you put, okay.
So you can handle it.
Okay.
When it's softer.
Yeah.
To insert inside the pipe. And once it's inserted, well, then you cook it. You put steam in there.
Okay.
And it goes against the old pipe.
Okay.
Inflate it with steam.
Okay.
And it cooks in place.
Okay. Okay.
And then after it's cured,
Yeah.
after an hour or so,
Yeah.
you
can-
remove the steam, put cool air, you have a new pipe.
Okay. But the inside is a bit smaller at that point. Does that make a
No.
difference? No.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
you don't lose a lot of
You don't lose
diameter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming if you have a pipe, 100 feet, that I'm assuming you're putting the liner at the end and then coming back in, or like what the installation
Yeah,
is, or it's just one. Yeah.
You have two openings,
Okay.
okay, or two
Okay.
manholes,
Yep.
and you have a winch at the other one.
Okay.
That you put the strap inside
Okay.
previously,
Mhm.
and you attach it to the liner.
Okay.
And when it's soft enough,
Yeah.
you can shove it in there.
Ah.
And winch it.
And is it like for sewer to sewer? Is it one piece?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there's no seam or anything.
No. It's one
Ah.
shot.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And then you put plugs on both ends
Okay.
with two caps,
Okay.
and then the steam stays in there. And it
Okay. Well,
inflates.
it's just during the curing period.
Yeah.
Ah, interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
And so since when have you started doing that with the city? Like how long have you been doing this service?
Maybe 15, 18,
Okay. Like 2015 or 15 years?
15 years.
Okay, 15 years, okay. So this is always a reoccurring, something new that there's always work ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
City, lots of work for the city.
Laterals, do a lot of lateral work, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that?
Lateral
Between the
lines.
house and
Yeah.
the main sewer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That is interesting. Yeah, because we see your trucks everywhere, obviously. So
Yeah.
there's always something, and usually they're not small stuff. Anyway, that's what
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's a big one.
That's a big one.
Yeah. So it's usually Aqua Drain to the rescue.
That's it. There you go. That's it. That's our job.
No, that's great. And any further ambitions with AquaView, like where things are going? Like, I mean, you in business dev, or you're just looking to grow the amount of people you serve, your different services that you see that you'll offer in the future. Anything else?
Well,
We want to continue to grow our plumbing operation, which is one part, and that's why it's important for us. We want to keep our plumbers busy.
Mm-hmm.
And so plumbing is, how we started in the business, and we've grown from there.
Mhm.
But plumbing is still our main business, and that brings other business in. Plumbing work, when you go see a customer, you do the job, but sometimes other jobs are
Okay.
there too. So it's an interesting business.
Right.
Yeah.
So plumbing is where you see there's opportunities to keep
grow.
growing.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
With the services, the core services you offer now.
That's right. Yeah,
Interesting.
Yeah, we have a
Because you cover pretty much everything
That's
already,
right,
right?
yeah.
So it's not like there's
the smaller companies don't always have the equipment we have, so it's.
Well, I know some of the
more work.
plumbers we use will sub out to you depending on
Yes,
what
that's
equipment
right.
they use,
Absolutely.
right? So they'll be
Yeah.
like, okay, we'll get an Aqua Drain to
Get
come
a lot
in,
of
do
work
the
from
flushing, and then they're fixing
Yes.
something else.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they often use you, even though you're not the direct source. We know
Yes.
they're you're
Yeah.
being subbed out somewhere. So
Yes, and that's extra business for us, which is great.
yeah. Oh, that's interesting. And in and then with the city and all that, is there any other projects that you see apart from the pipelining that's coming that is infrastructure related that you see forthcoming that's going to have to get done?
well, what do you think?
We do a fair amount of hydrovac work with the city, and they gave us pretty steady business, and I guess other types of work too.
Yeah.
But they use a lot of their hydrovacs quite often, which is good. And what else
Yeah.
with the city we do?
Well, we do the hydrovacs.
The hydrovacs, yeah.
We cut a lot of roots.
Roots, yeah, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Culvert cleaning also.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
so
that's
culvert
good.
cleaning.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's a big.
Lots
You
of
do
culverts.
not the
Yeah.
ditches, I guess, but just the actual culvert.
Yeah.
You'll be brought in to clean that out when they're
Yes.
Well,
You're
after
doing-
them, after city, they're all dirty. So
yeah,
Yeah.
I can imagine. Yeah.
haven't gotten cleaned in a long time.
A long
some of
time,
them.
yeah.
And is this so when you're asked to do this? Is this mostly done like proactively, or it's like, okay, now we have to get it done because water's spewing over the street?
And we'll
and
get a call.
you get both.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's because I mean you can see that sometimes something gets blocked and then all of a sudden the
they're
water is over the street.
Impacted, some of those, and they've got to be
Every year they got a
cleaned out.
list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of problematic areas.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, in the infrastructure, I'm assuming all the inspections and when they determine that it's done by the city and they contract out, or are you subbed out to go in and do the inspections and say, okay, no, this section needs to be done? Like, is it like who's technically doing the initial inspection? Is the city, and then they're saying, okay, we have this issue.
The city will get us to camera it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Camera some of them.
Sure.
Yeah, and some of them they just know by passing by. It's half full.
Yeah.
Off the pipe there.
Yeah. I wonder why water's not going through the same way it used to a couple of years ago. Huh? Yeah.
In practice.
Yeah. And I mean, you mentioned at the beginning COVID. Any other changes that happened? I guess with the COVID obviously opened an opportunity for you to be more efficient, operating from home, doing calls and so on. But has any other changes happened because of that? Like, I know for us, we had to adapt, say, for electronic signatures, remote access to houses, that type of stuff. But in plumbing, I'm assuming, like, is there any aspect of your type of business that had to change to adapt to those limitations, or because you're essential service, obviously? So I don't. It'd be tough for me to. Like, I can't think of anything, but I'm curious.
Yeah. I don't think anything's changed that way.
Okay.
But
pretty much staying the same.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So, in business for 20 years?
20 years.
Yeah. 50 guys on the road, sewage, plumbing, everything in between.
That's right.
When poop hits the fan,
we're there.
Call Aqua Drain. So that's good.
That's right.
So, no, that's great. Anything else we should cover that perhaps we didn't, or... I think we went. Like, I find this interesting. Obviously,
it is interesting.
I find it interesting. Yeah,
it's an interesting business.
Yeah.
Can you say anything about it?
It's mostly to talk about the nice 24-hour service we have.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a plus.
Yeah.
That's
the 24-hour service. So when you approach a client or prospective business or whichever, like, how do you propose? Like, how do you sell that option? Because clearly that's a huge benefit.
Yes.
And it's not just a third-party on-call type service. I mean, clearly
and it's us that answers the phone.
Right.
Yes.
Somebody that knows.
They get a live person on.
It's an employee of us.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's not an answering service. Or
Right.
Talk to the source.
Right. Yeah. So that's a big. I mean, for people in business, will understand that's a big difference. Right.
Yeah.
So because obviously when you do, then you're talking to somebody that knows what they're talking about.
That's right.
You've got the laborers, the equipment, as well as the material to handle emergency services. So clearly that and listen, and from experience, I can tell you that from other plumbers will use your services when they can't supply, right? So it's it speaks to the wherewithal that you bring to the market to be able to serve those issues. So
and you got to move.
Hats off to you guys.
In a lot of these emergencies, you don't have a lot of time, so you got to get there.
And they dispatch too.
They dispatch, so they call and get somebody to get down there right away and get down to the job and get working on it.
Yeah. And if people handle that typically, like for you, are they simply on call, or are they just like their shift is from 7 o'clock at night to 7 o'clock in the morning, and that's they're doing other work and then they be called to do that, or they're just on call?
They're on call. When the
they're
phone
on call.
rings,
they have to react.
Yeah.
So they're not sleeping they're not at the shop. They're actually at home, and then you need to come to the shop now.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah. No. Listen, it is what it is.
Get out of bed. And
Yeah.
Take care of it.
The hydrovac guys on call, the combo guys on call, the flusher guys on call, the plumbers, helpers.
Yeah. And I'm assuming, the guys that do this for you have been with you for a while to know. There's experience that comes with dealing with these issues. These are not simple issues to get a sewer line plug in the middle of the night, and traffic's going to be there in 3 hours, and
that's right.
you need this cleaned up, or else the whole city is going to be blocked up, right? No, but it's true though. No, exactly. So you need experience. So you got experienced crews handling it.
Know who to send and all that. Types of problems.
Right. Good stuff. Hey, thank you for coming in.
Oh, thank you.
This was fun chat. It's
very enjoyable.
Good.
Enjoyed it.
Good.
Thank you for having us. We really appreciate it.
No, we were happy when you accepted. Obviously, we're always looking for people with experience and in business and that serve the real estate market in some way, shape, or form. And clearly, the infrastructure of the city is important, or else real estate is not worth much if the infrastructure is not working.
Exactly. We look forward to the opportunity to do some work for you at some point, you know?
Yeah. Well, you already do.
Yeah.
You already
we
do.
are doing
Yeah.
some,
But
that's good,
but
yeah.
thankfully for us, we don't have too many.
It's a
Who
problem.
hits the fan?
Oh, there you go.
Thankfully for us,
That's
but
right, that's a good thing.
no. We've used their services, the camera services, and all that. We've had to
Yes.
use on multiple occasions
Oh, that's
to address the issues. So no. But I didn't realize you went as far as weeping tiles and
Yes.
sump pumps and
Yeah.
at that point. And I guess I didn't fully grasp the fact that you had the infrastructure to handle the city's infrastructure and so on. So
Yes,
that speaks a lot. So
It's
no,
good
that's
to have a
great.
broader range of services, you know?
Yeah.
More work for us.
No, that's great.
Yeah,
Well, thank you.
yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you
Patty.
very much.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah,
Kevin.
yeah.
And Mike, thank you for your role.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.